I have two updates for you viewers. Firstly, fighting in Tigray has subsided. Intensity of fighting in Tigray has decreased. Secondly, viewers, US seems to be changing its position on Tigray conflict. I am the first one who is saying that the US is changing its position a little on Tigray conflict. But I'll talk about these 2 points in detail because yesterday I did a video about increased pressure upon TDF in central Tigray, and after this video I came under fire, viewers. Viewers threatened to unsub. They said you need to study Tigray's history. You don't know what an analysis is. Well, whether people sub or unsub, it does not make a difference. What makes a difference for me is valid criticism on my content. If your criticism is valid, if it's fact-based, I must take it into consideration. But if you keep on threatening me that you will unsub without criticizing me factually, then it won't make a difference for me. So today, that is why I will quote my sources. Why am I saying that fighting in Tigray has decreased? What's the source? Firstly, viewers, I see the UN aid workers as the most neutral source on Tigray conflict. They are on ground, they are not taking sides, they are everywhere across Tigray region, viewers. They are in central Tigray as well, they are in Kola Tambin, in Abayadi, they are along the road and Bagna road, along Shar-Yaksom Adwa road, along Makele Alamata road. So they are everywhere in Tigray and they are neutral, viewers. I'll quote two humanitarian situation reports published by UNOCHA, United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Operations in Ethiopia. First report was published by the UNOCHA in April, viewers. And second report, which I'm going to quote, was published yesterday, viewers. I'll compare both the reports. At the end of April, in previous report, UNOCHA had said that active hostilities have been reported in northwestern, central, eastern, southeastern and southern zones of Tigray. That was said by the UNOCHA at the end of April. At the end of April, that active hostilities were going on in northwestern, central, eastern, southeastern and southern zones of Tigray. What did UNOCHA say yesterday, viewers? There is no mention of any active hostilities in these areas in yesterday's report, viewers. Yesterday, UNOCHA said sporadic fighting going on across the region, viewers. Is there any difference between sporadic fighting and active hostilities in northern, northwestern, central, eastern and southern parts of Tigray? Because these statements tell a lot. These words tell a lot. There is definitely a decrease in the ongoing fighting in Tigray, viewers. We have seen that fighting has subsided. There is fighting in central Tigray, but in other parts of Tigray like southern, western, northwestern Tigray, fighting has decreased, viewers. Secondly, viewers, in both the reports, in yesterday's and April's reports, it is mentioned that fighting has subsided in Tigray-Eritrea border areas. Again, that is what I have been saying, that the border areas are being controlled by Eritrean forces. Their supply lines are intact, supply lines of Eritrean forces. That is why they are building pressure upon TDF that supply lines of Eritrean forces from Eritrea towards B30 highway, then into central Tigray. These supply lines are flowing, they are intact, and this is the main reason for increased pressure upon TDF in central Tigray. So I have quoted my source that the UNOCHA is confirming that fighting is subsiding in Tigray. Now, second update is about the US, which is changing its position on Tigray conflict. I said that on day before yesterday as well. Then again, some viewers disagreed. But yesterday's resolution passed by the US Senate tells a lot, viewers. There is no mention of the withdrawal of Amhara regional forces in yesterday's resolution passed by the US about Tigray conflict. You can read this resolution on the website of US Senate. It has been quoted by CNN, several other sources, and it has been confirmed that now US is only calling for the withdrawal of Eritrean forces, not Amhara regional forces. What's the reason behind that? Why is US changing its position on Tigray? Here's a message has been conveyed to the US that withdrawal of Amhara forces is a much more complex issue. Eritrean forces are in a foreign country. They'll have to withdraw. They might not withdraw from Erob, from Badme Triangle, but they'll have to withdraw from most parts of Tigray because they are in a foreign country. Same is not the case with Amhara regional forces. Amhara state authorities are saying that their forces are operating in those areas only which are part of Amhara state, not part of Tigray. So Amhara state says that Raya, Volkayat, Humera are part of Amhara state, not part of Tigray. That is why there is no question of the withdrawal of Amhara forces from these areas. So this issue of the withdrawal of Amhara forces is a bit complex because it is a long-standing border dispute between Tigray and Amhara. That is why US seems to be backing down from its earlier statements about the withdrawal of Amhara forces from Tigray. Again, I don't think you have heard this statement from any reporter, from any analyst that the US is changing its position on Tigray. I am saying that because I read each and every statement given by the US or the UN in detail. Wording of these statements tells a lot, viewers. US is definitely changing its position. Amhara diaspora, Ethiopian government, Amhara state have sent a strong message to the US. The US should not call for the withdrawal of Amhara forces from Tigray. That is why yesterday resolution number 97 passed by US Senate did not make a mention of the withdrawal of Amhara forces from Tigray. So now I quoted two sources to back my reporting. I hope you won't unsub now. Thanks for watching.